Hi there, and welcome to the Scout YouTube channel. Today we're going to take you through three of our favorite postcards from Imperfect Produce, Gap, and Jack in the Box. In the description below, I'm going to include links to the teardowns of each of those three postcards on our blog, as well as our entire design guide, how we go about designing postcards, and a link to an InDesign template that you can download to create postcards yourself, as well as all of the postcards that we've reviewed on the blog. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for coming. Hi there. So today we're going to look at three really great postcards. And in this investigation, we're going to show you what makes them great. Why are they so much better than most of the postcards we've seen? What elements can you take into your design? And so on. So we're going to start with the Jack in the Box postcard. Now, one thing to notice about this postcard is there's not a lot of text, actually. So much to choose from. There's a really great pun. So if I decide to look just at the text, I'm going to think, oh, that's kind of fun. Now, there are three burgers and a chicken club. So two burgers and a chicken club, and they are featured so prominently. It takes up almost 75% of the whole front of the postcard, right? So their product is front and center. They also don't say much. They say, hey, this looks good. This is the Double Jack. Here's how you're going to order it, right? You know what you're looking at, so you know what you can order. And then they've got their branding in the bottom right corner. The thing that makes this postcard really spectacular is what they're not saying. They're not saying, come into the Jack in the Box now. We have delicious food. This is the best. We're more than fast food. These burgers are delicious. They just said, here are the burgers. Come check them out. Now, there's a backside to complement this. Let's take a look. So, whoa, look at all these offers. Now, these look like snippable offers, so they feel very much separated, which is really useful in this particular design because usually you just want to have one really great offer on your postcard. But what Jack in the Box has done is said, look, we have great burgers. Come in and whatever floats your boat, we got an offer for you. So this is what we really like about this postcard, that it's very simple. They have an expiration date too, which is really key. So many postcards will say, here's a free offer and not expire it. And the expiration date is what gets people to act. So they've got some legalese. They've got their branding there. And by the way, notice that the Jack in the Box branding is relatively small on both sides of the card. This is really key. You definitely have seen some clients in the past that have gigantic logos, and people don't really know your brand, most likely, right? That's the one reason you're sending postcards. And even the Jack in the Box logo is a relatively new logo. I think they've changed it in the last several years. So it's really product featured. And notice that on this page, the only thing bigger than the product are the offers. Free Buttery Jack, free regular size Coca-Cola, free onion rings, free homestyle ranch chicken club. That word is very evocative. So they've done a lot of good things here with their language, their choice of color, the offers that they've provided, and that they're showcasing their product first and foremost. All right, let's take a look at the Gap. This is great. I love this. Beat the crowds. This came right before Black Friday, and there's nothing I hate more than crowds. So Gap has said, come on in. This is just for you. It's a special thing just for you. They've used a really interesting design here that makes it seem sort of like gold speckle, so the red really stands out. And notice both of these cards have used red really effectively. A nice big bold red. And again, a gigantic text, right? 3 words. So let's look at the Jack in the Box quote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 words in the headline, which is really as far as you want to go. The pun helps them out here. So shop Black Friday 1 week early. So I'm given some indication about what this offer is. So let's take a look at the back. Whoa, 50% off. That's a crazy offer. Unfortunately, in this case, on the right-hand side of the card, the lawyers got a hold of it, so about 30-40% of the card is legalese here. mentioning Baby Gap, which I think is kind of funny. But 50% off plus another 10% off, which is just crazy. No exclusions every day. So they're saying, hey, this offer is totally good. Now, it says now through the end of 2016. Again, really great that they have included an expiration date here. I would have liked to seen the expiration date really be a little bit more prominent so people know. Also, it says November 18th to 21st. So the 10% bonus seems to be through the end of 2016, and the 50% off is just for this limited time. It's a little bit tricky. I wouldn't really encourage you to be as tricky with your offer. Make it simple. Gap can do this because they're sending a bunch of postcards out all the time. They really want to get people to act, and so maybe they're testing this message out. This is just one of my favorite postcards of all time. Imperfect Produce is a company that sends you ugly fruit. Literally, they send you ugly fruit. This is fruit that was too ugly to go on the store shelves, but it's perfectly fine. I mean, that apple is just as delicious as an apple you see in the store. So they will actually deliver this fruit to you at a significant discount, and you get it fresh to your door every Wednesday. Great imagery. They clearly have shot this very professionally, and they found the ugliest of fruit. I mean, look at that strawberry. It's downright disgusting, but I'm sure it tastes great. Ugly produce delivered. Great. Try your first produce box for free. That could have been a little bit more prominent. They should have said free produce. And then they have just their website. So notice there's no logo on this at all. This company knows that they're sending a postcard to someone that maybe has never even heard of their product. I mean, likely hasn't heard of their product. So they're focusing, again, on their product here with the really crisp imagery and their benefit, which they've expressed in 3 big, bold words, which is really what you need to get to. 3 to 5 words to express what you're about. You've got 2 to 3 seconds of someone's attention before they throw away your card or act on it. And the best thing you can do is really just remove language. What we like to do at Scout is we like to ask the customer, take your design, show it to someone for 2 seconds on each side that knows nothing about your product, and see if they can describe what you do. Now, this postcard would absolutely pass that test. Ugly produce delivered, right? 2 seconds, you get it, you see the imagery, it comes together. And again, one of their benefits is delivery there, so it's really spectacular. Now, Imperfect Produce took a little bit of a different task, sort of approach to this postcard than we would have taken. So they've written a bunch of text here, which we definitely recommend against. They do have an offer, which is, you have to really read it to notice that it's a solid offer. So it should say free produce box in big letters, and then the $20 value should be below. The redemption stuff should be below, and they should definitely have an expiration date. That's really key, which they don't here. So I'm actually giving you a free produce box by showing you this postcard. So I think that while we may not have taken this tactic, it does feel nice to start off with the fact about waste, right? So I'm immediately engaged emotionally if I get to this point where I'm reading, 1 in 5 fruits and veggies grown in the U.S. go to waste because they don't meet cosmetic standards. Whoa, okay. Now, if in San Francisco we've got a lot of green folks here, and that definitely would cause people to say, oh wow, okay, I've given you 10 more seconds of attention because I like the front of your postcard. Now you've got another 10. What are you going to do with it, right? Well, you hit me with this fact, and I'm gonna keep reading. We did an interview with Alex Shrub, the head marketing person at Imperfect Produce, who her company designed this card, and they're on track for about a 1% conversion rate, which is on the low end, but that's it's fairly standard for direct mail, just to give you a sense. All right, well, those are 3 great examples of postcards. We've got a bunch more on the blog.sendwithscout.com. In the description, I'm going to go ahead and put a bunch of links to reviews, our design process. We've got a standard design process that we use, and hopefully that will be useful to you when you're designing your card. As always, happy to take a look at your design for for free and would love to write about your challenges, your successes, and the different things that you have encountered when doing direct mail. Thanks for watching. Goodbye from Scout.